Hey guys, Adam here, hope that you are well. I want to share with you some of my email templates that I send to couples at various stages of the wedding journey, from their initial inquiry right through to the wedding day and beyond. I have a set bank of templated emails that I kind of copy and paste in depending on the situation. And in this video, I'm going to talk you through some of these. Now, this has been taken from the online course that we are launching soon, that myself and Howard are doing, the Complete Wedding Film Business course. I know some of you are signed up for this and looking forward to it. This video is taken from that, and all of these email templates are going to be available to you if you purchase the course as a PDF, as part of this wedding videographers starter pack that I'm giving away. So all these email templates and more will be in a PDF, and there's loads of other documentation and stuff in this pack that is going to be included in the course. So if you want more details on that online course and the pack and everything, that's in the description. But in this video, I just want to take you through some of those email templates and explain a little bit about the process behind why and how I do it. First of all these templates I just keep in the Notes app on my computer, and it's on my phone. It's just in the Apple Notes app. There's nothing too sophisticated, but I've just got a selection of email templates that I copy and paste into emails and fill in the blanks, i.e. the couple's names, the personalizations. So I've just copy and pasted some of these into a Pages document, and I've got a few bits of notes and annotations. As I say, this is from the PDF guide that I'm giving away as part of the online course, so there's some annotations and notes on here that I wouldn't send to the couple, obviously. But so first of all, the initial inquiry. So this is the first email that you're ever going to send to a bride and groom, because they've emailed you saying, "Hi, my date's this, we're getting married here, are you available?" This is the initial reply that I send to them, and I get an inquiry, I simply copy and paste this in. "Hey, blank, bride and groom's name, lovely to hear from you. Your date is currently available, I'd love to be involved." Obviously, if you're not available, then I would just say, "Sorry, I'm not available, try and I'd recommend some people I know, some friends. But yes, your date is currently available, I'd love to be involved, love blank, the name of the venue." Even if you've not been to the venue, rather than saying, "Yeah, I love it there, it's great, I know the team really well," or "I know the grounds really well," you could say something like, "Oh my god, I've always wanted to shoot at that venue," or, I mean, don't embellish it too much, but if it's true, you could say, "I'd really love to get to that venue. Had a look online, the gardens look amazing, this aspect looks great," and just try and personalize it if you can to that bride and groom. So although it's a templated response and it's a copy and paste job, I do try and personalize it based on the information they've given me, like the venue or the location or the time of year or etc. So in terms of filming, first off, I would be there all day from morning prep to evening party, capturing your day in a relaxed, natural, discreet style, I'd film your complete ceremony and speeches, so you'd receive both of these in full, as well as the wedding film itself. So here, I'm just giving them a bit more info and a bit more insight into my approach and what I will do throughout the day. I'm letting them know the times that I'll be there and when from and when until, and I'm letting them know that they'll get a video of the ceremony and the speeches, because at this point when they've inquired, they've been on my website, they might have seen a few of my videos, they don't know my prices yet, so that's my initial message, just to let them know a little bit more about the style and kind of how I will approach the day. This is where you have a couple more options on the packages, because I have two base packages that I offer. Complete packages start from blank, but at this, whatever you charge, like whatever. So my base package, the smallest package that I do, is £2,100 for 2020. So I would say complete packages start from £2,100. But at this stage, I would suggest a meeting or a chat on the phone to discuss a little bit more about the options, as I could never explain everything properly in an email. So this sentence is really important. I would suggest a meeting or a chat on the phone. I'm giving them my starting price. Obviously, that is just my starting price. That's my smallest base package. I've got packages that go higher than that. I've got extras. There'll be hopefully options to suit a variety of different budgets. But I want them to know my starting price so that they can at least know if I'm within budget or not. And it's all geared towards steering them towards a meeting or a chat on the phone, because once I get them there, I'm not giving too much away here. I just want them to know my starting price, know a little bit more about my style, know that I'm free and available, and then I want to get them on the phone or get them into a meeting, because then I can, if I get them face to face or I get them on the phone, I can start to get them to buy into me. And then another line I do, here's a wedding that I filmed at, name a venue, so you have an idea, and then I could link to a film from their venue. So if I have filmed at Mitten Hall, I could say, yes, I've filmed at Mitten Hall before, here's a video that I did there, and you could show them a video of their venue, and it helps them visualize their venue specifically. Again, it just personalizes it a little bit more. Now again, it's just a copy and paste email, but I try and personalize it as much as I can. So on any given email, depending on what the inquiry might be, I also might chuck in some of these optional extras. So they might say, you've been recommended by this photographer or this person at this venue or the florist or the DJ, and I would say, that's amazing, I've just worked with that photographer recently actually, or I've worked with that photographer before, here's a wedding that we did together, or something like that. So if you get recommended by a photographer that you've worked with recently, you could say, oh, I've just worked with that photographer, we get on really well, they're great. That will instill trust to the couple because they know that you know their suppliers. I sometimes say, especially if it's a destination wedding, I always say, I'd love to hear all the details. What's the plan for the day? Are you getting ready at the same location? Will the reception be at the venue? Will the ceremony be at the venue? Will it be at a church? Where are you getting ready? Where's the groom getting ready? How many guests have you got? Things like that. Asking questions like that, because you've asked a question, it makes the bride or the groom feel like they've got to respond to it more. If you just send them a blanket email saying, here's my prices, look forward to hearing from you, they don't feel compelled to reply. If you ask them questions, there's something like psychologically, because you've asked a question, they feel compelled to answer it. So you're more likely to get a reply if you start a conversation and start asking questions. So things like, are you getting ready at the venue? How many guests have you got coming? Where's your ceremony going to be? Is it a church or is it here? Those kind of questions can lead, it will compel them to reply, and it will lead to a conversation. So those are extra little lines and sentences that I'll chuck in where appropriate, depending on the inquiry, again, just to personalize it and start a conversation and make the bride feel like, or the groom, that you are actually interested in their wedding. But it's all geared towards getting them on the phone or getting them into a meeting, because it's then that I can get them to buy into me, and I can explain how I do things, and I can start to plant the seed of what will happen if they don't have a video, or what will happen if they have a video but they have the wrong person, and I'll make them laugh, and I'll get them to buy into me and help them visualize me there on their wedding day, so that when they leave the meeting or hang up the phone, by the end of it, they have decided that they need to have me. They don't just need a video, they need me, because they can visualize me being there at their day. They don't want someone they don't know. Hopefully we've connected and I've made them laugh, and they feel like they need me at their wedding, to the point where it's a bit expensive, but we've got to have him because we need him there. That's where I want to get them to, and you can only really do that by meeting them in person or chatting to them on the phone or FaceTime or something. You can't do it over email. But that's my initial inquiry reply. So then obviously if they then go through to book and they say they want to book you, and you go, great, here's the invoice, here's the deposit, you send them the invoices through, that's all fairly standard. Once they've paid the deposit and they're booked in, I have an email response that I like to send. So I've received your deposit, I send them a receipt. So 2 things to do next. Friend me up on Facebook or Instagram, super easy way for us to stay in touch, and I'll keep you updated with all things wedding. And then I'll link to my Facebook page or my Instagram page, and I put the actual link in, so it's dead easy for them to just click it, hit follow, done. And then get excited, start counting down the days, enjoy every minute of the whole wedding adventure. Again, it's just niceties, get them all excited. Looking forward to catching up nearer the wedding, but feel free to let me know if you've any questions or you need supplier recommendations. And I attach a receipt. Now the key bit here, obviously I'm giving them a receipt, I'm letting them know that they've paid the deposit, but the key bit for me is linking them to my Facebook or my Instagram, because if they get this email, more often than not, they will follow through and they'll follow me on Instagram or they'll follow me on Facebook. And then if they do that, I can follow them back, or I can friend them back on Facebook and make friends with them. And then you've got the whole, because from booking to like a month before the wedding, there might be an 18-month gap in that period. There might be a year's gap in that period. But all that time, you're now friends on Facebook for the next year before the wedding, and you start to see what they're up to in their life, and they see what you're up to in your life, which is obviously going to be you going to loads of weddings and doing selfies and having a great time, showing off your films and and they can see into your world and see how you're getting on with your wedding season. And like, my couples love that. I like being friends with my couples because when we get nearer to the time, they feel like they're friends with me, they feel like they know me, I feel like I know them. You know, I've seen into their lives of what holidays they've been on and what they've been up to with their dogs or their kids, and vice versa. And it just all aids with that connection and making the couple feel like you're their mate and they can't wait to have you there at their wedding. And it's these kind of things that is going to make them, as long as you give them a nice film at the end of it, it's these kind of touches that is going to keep you in their mind after the wedding. When their friends are getting married years down the line, they're going to recommend you because they're friends with you on Facebook and they see you all the time, and you're going to stay in their memory. So then that year period goes by, and about 6-8 weeks, a month before the wedding, I will then go in with this next email template, the details check-in. Hi, names, hope you're well, not long to go before the big day, can't believe how quick it's come round. Just a quick check-in. All I need from you at this stage is to fill out this form whenever you get a chance, and then I'll link them to my wedding questionnaire form, which I have on my website. It's a private page. I send them a link to that, and it's just a questionnaire where they have to fill out, you know, where the ceremony is, addresses, timings, locations, when the speeches are going to be, who's giving speeches. There's just timings and details and things like that. Again, a template for that is included in the online course. And then I also put, I'll send out an invoice for the remaining payment if that's okay. No rush to pay, just any time before the wedding. So that's just a polite little nudge that, because I mean, like I say, they might have booked you a year ago, 18 months ago, and then they've not spoke to you since. So this is just a good way to check in, get those details filled out, you get all that information that you need. They always come back with like, yeah, please send us an invoice, we'll get that paid, and then obviously if they've not got that paid, you can, after a couple of weeks, you can chase it up and make sure you get paid before the wedding day. Same with the details, I need those before the wedding day, so I'll give them a nudge. But this is just a friendly little check-in about a few weeks before, just to remind them that you need paying and to get those details. So all being well, you get all that, you go, you shoot the wedding, you get home, you back it up. I always send them an email the following morning of the wedding, the next morning. Not like stupidly early, but like around about 11 o'clock in the morning the following day, just to thank them for having me. And it's just, again, it goes into that experience, that client journey, and it's just the nicety thing to do. So I send this email. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. De, new surname, because obviously the bride's probably changed the name, or the groom, or both. Hope you're both still on cloud 9. Just wanted to say a huge thank you for having me. It was amazing. Blah 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 blah. Just be honest. Just say thanks for having me. Had a great time. Just a nice email for them to receive. Can't wait to start putting your films together. Just looking through the footage this morning and it's got me very excited. It'll be around 8 weeks before everything is finished and sent over to you, but I will keep you updated ASAP. Have the best time in wherever they're having the honeymoon, because I find that out in my details questionnaire, so I should know by this point, and I can personalize it. I can say, oh, have a great time in New York or Africa or wherever they're going on the honeymoon, Maldives. Thanks again. It's just a nice thank you email, but by sending this, I'm including the turnaround time, and I'll say it'll be around 8 weeks before everything's finished and sent over to you. So they get that, and then they're in a week or two after the wedding, they're not going to be bombarding you with those emails of when's the wedding video, like we're just checking in, when's it due, when we're excited to get it, when do we get it. By putting this in this email the day after the wedding, you're just managing their expectations and reminding them that it is going to be 8 weeks before they get the film. So hopefully they won't be nagging you and chasing you up all the time. Once you've done the film and those 8 weeks have been, or sooner, I always try and get mine done in 6. I tell them 8 weeks, but I always try and get it done in about 4 to 6 weeks, just to kind of over deliver. So when the film's done, I'll message them going, hey, names, hope you're well, guess what's ready, ta-da, da-da-da, build up a bit of excitement, and then boom, hit them with the link to their online collection, their online gallery, where they can access the film. So I'll say, guess what's ready, yay, send them a link. That's a link to your own wedding page. You can stream everything from there, download your own copies, etc. This is how I deliver. I deliver online through EasyFlix, and they get this wedding page and they can download it from there, etc. It has a password, so I'll say your password is blank. Pour yourselves a glass of the good stuff and enjoy. And then this bottom bit, PS, I'd also love to hear what you think. If you don't mind sending a little reaction video or a testimonial or something of that nature afterwards. I've put optional as a bit of a note here because I don't always send this. It depends on the couple. It depends on how I feel we got on and the connection I felt that we had, and whether they're the right kind of couple for doing this. But sometimes when I send the film, I will say, like, I'd love to know I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know once you've watched it what you thought, and it would be amazing if you could just do like a little selfie video just to say what you thought of the video, or do a little write-up just to say what you thought, in the hopes that they will send me that, and then that's good content, a little video testimonial. Imagine if with the right couple, they've just watched their film and they send you a little video going, oh my god, yay, thank you, it was great, we loved it. You put that on Instagram or Facebook, that's great content. But I always kind of judge who are the right couples that I'm likely to think that they would be willing to do that. Not all couples are going to do it, so I don't always ask. But what I do is, obviously, I'm sending them the film, I'm telling them how they can watch it, how they can download it, give them the password. I say enjoy, and let me know what you think, hope you love it. And I say that at the very least, because then I'm hoping they're going to reply and go, oh my god, we loved it, we've just watched it, it was amazing, I've sent it to my parents, they loved it, it was great. When you get that message of, so after this I send this, and then once I get the feedback and they say, yeah, it was great, it was amazing, we loved it, and I'm very lucky. I often get lovely messages afterwards saying, oh my god, the film was great, and they'll gush and send me this big long message about how much they loved it. With that, when I get those kind of messages, I'll then send another follow-up saying, that's great to hear, like, so I'm so glad you enjoyed it, it really means a lot. I'd actually love it if you get a chance, if you could copy and paste what you've just sent to me there into a Facebook review or a Google review or whatever. So I'll literally just say, everything that you've said in that email, can you please just, if you get a chance, copy and paste it into a Facebook review? I would love it. It would, I'm really glad you like it. I'd really appreciate it if you could put those words into a review for me. That is a dead easy way to get a testimonial like your couple. You could do that with every single couple, and not all of them are going to do it, but a good chunk of them will, and then you get a Facebook review or a Google review, and again, you can use that for posting on your social medias. You can take that quote and put it on your website. You can do what you like with it. It's extra content, it's all good. So that was a bit of an insight into those emails and those templates that I have for sending to couples at various stages of the wedding journey. There's 5 or 6 templates there that I hope has given you a bit of an insight into how and why I do things, and the way I word stuff is very important. These templates are part of a PDF that is going to be available. There's these are some of the templates, there's loads more, and they're all in a big PDF, and it's going to be available as part of a wedding videographer starter pack, which is basically a pack of resources and documentation that you can use, templates, PDFs, advice, etc. that is all going to be available as part of the online course that me and Howard are launching. That's coming very soon, so again, if you want the details for that, the link is below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in comments as ever. Thanks for watching. Love you loads. Bye.